Hi everyone, this is Anna with Ida Rose Stamps. I am taking our Have a Very Pug Christmas stamp set and extending the life of them. So, with this cute little pug that's drinking out of a cup of hot chocolate, we're going to turn this into an Easter stamp. I've taken the pug and I masked off the cup of hot chocolate. I'm going to replace that with uh, Lawn Fawn's, let's see, Holiday Party Animal stamp set. And I'm going to use the Easter egg. It's a really good size that fits with the pug. I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink and stamping both the pug and the Easter egg down. This stamp set is going to be available early February 2018. I'm now choosing which colors to color the Easter egg with. I have RV25, RV23, and RV21. I'm going in and coloring the outside to make it dimensional. So around the edges, I'm using the darkest color, RV25. My mid-tone is RV23. So I'm taking those and I'm blending out the RV25 and then taking RV21 and fully getting that highlight right down the middle of the egg. For the stripes, I'll do the same. I have V09, V05, and V01. I probably didn't need 3 colors for the stripes. They're so small, but I really wanted to maintain that highlight on the egg. So I did the V09 on the edges, blending it out with V05 to V01. Now I'm going to move on to the pug, and I want to do that sweater first. We have a little blurriness. I'm going to use Y17, Y13, and Y11. So I struggle a little bit in the beginning with the sweater, and you'll see that a little bit later on. I wanted to make it darker. My original attempt was not as dark with the shadows. So right now I put Y11 down first as a full cover, and then I did the edges with Y17. I moved to Y13 after using Y17 to blend it out, and then I go to Y11. At this point, I'm realizing that it's not as dark as I'd like it to be. So I'm going to come in, I have E47, E37, E35, and E33. And I'm coming in with E35 to go around the collar. And I'm blending it out then with I think it's Y15. And now I'm going to color the pug. So I'm going to start with E33 and color his cute little tail and feet. And then E37 to start creating all of those shadows as he's sitting down. I'll start to blend that out with E33. And then I realized I want it a lot darker with lots more of that contrast. So I'm taking the E47 and I'm creating a lot of shadow. And then I'll blend it out again with E37, E35, and E33. I tried to get some of that dark on his little paws as well. And then I'm moving on to his head. So I'm starting out with my lightest color, E33. And knowing now that I need the E47 for a lot of contrast, I go directly to it I put it underneath his collar, underneath his ear, and on the side of the face that's pointing down towards the egg. I don't know what that little shot was about. And I move on to E35. And pugs have a spot that goes from their eye to their nose. A lot of them do. I didn't make mine too dark. It's a very light spot. It's a very defining feature of pugs. But I blend that out then with the E33. Now I'm going to come in with my 100 as soon as I get that into focus. I'm going to use that to color his eyes and his nose. On his nose, you'll see that I leave a highlight spot. I'm going to come back later to adjust that. And same with the eye. I'm filling it in fully now. They have very dark eyes. But I'm going to take my gel pen and start to work on those highlights. I draw in a little dot on his eye to show where he's looking, and then a highlight towards the back of the eye as if it matches where the highlight is with the egg. I notice there's no shadow. He's just floating there with his egg in midair. So I'm now going to take YR12 and create a little floor underneath the pug and the egg. This is a very light shadow effect. And mind you, the egg is at an angle, so the shadow is going to extend out to the right of the egg, which matches where the highlight of the egg is on that left-hand side, and the highlight of the eye on the left-hand side with the highlight of the nose. Now, I wanted something a bit darker, so I came in with YR14 and darkened the shadows a bit, but it still wasn't looking cohesive. So I brought in a W1, and I want to create a nice floor for the pug and the egg. But the eye is really dark. Those highlights didn't come in. So I took a new type of pen. The links are below. And really brightened up that eye highlight as well as the nose. So now I need a sentiment. And I am using Lawn Fawn's Extra Special Easter. I'm going to use the Happy Easter stamp. And once again, using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I will use an acrylic block, dab up that sentiment, and stamp it on. There we go. So now I'm going to trim all of the pieces down. This front piece was going to be 4x3, but it ended up being 4 1/4 by 3. So I'm trimming down both sides on my Martha Stewart trimmer. I really like this because you can see right through the plate. And everything is clear, even the cutter piece. The pink card, I make 5x4. So that's going to go on the background, followed by another piece of black, which I cut at 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. So now I'm going to layer everything up. Black might not be traditional for Easter, but I thought it really brought out the lines used in the sentiment and on the outside of the dog and the Easter egg. So now I use my AGT gun, and I'm going to place the panel onto the black layer. And then also with the ATG gun, I am now going to place the black layer onto the pink layer. And finally, after that, I'm going to place it on a folded 5.5 by 4 1/4 Nina Crest Solar White. The mat that I'm working on is a clear tonic glass, I think it's tempered glass mat. It is wonderful. So now I'm going to pull out my sequins. This is, I think it's Little Lucy. And this was a snap pea. The black is really bold and I want to minimize it a bit. I wanted to make the black very thin and the pink more thick, and showing more in the matting of the panel. So now I need to distract the eye a little bit away from that. And I'm going to do that using the sequins. And these are so cute. We have pink and clear. There's like an opaque white, but not fully opaque. It's a frosted white. And I ended up choosing pink, a large pink, a large frosted one, a smaller pink sequence to the left, and then another smaller pink sequence to the right. And I have an old glaze similar to the Ranger multi-medium. So it was called Diamond Gloss. I don't know if it's available still. It was from a number of years ago. So I'm just taking my quick stick and picking them up, dipping them into the glaze, and then using the little handle on the quick stick to be able to plant those sequins on the card base. I still think it needs more to help mask the large matting of the black cardstock. So I have clear Wink of Stella, and yes, my Wink of Stella glopped a little bit, but as long as I spread it out, it will dry fine and no one will notice. I then took some of the remaining diamond glaze and